friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. Welcome. I'm so glad you are here. As you can see, I have another new glue book I've started. My En Masse glue book. En Masse, technically, right? But I seem to find myself saying En Masse. I'm combining a little French and a little New England, as I say. But yeah, so it's sort of a glue book with all different categories, and then you try to find those items on your tabs here. I just came up with a bunch of stuff, you know. I've got knights on there, like, you know, Knights of the Round Table, magic, mailboxes. I did put this, I believe, in alphabetical order. I could have a couple things out of place, but for the most part, it's in alphabetical order. I don't like the way I did the tabs because I feel like they're a bit short and hard to see. So I'd probably do that a little differently next time. But yeah, this is my first time I'm doing this. And I believe this idea originally came from Shannon Green. So thank you so much for the inspiration. And basically, I just thought of stuff. I would look around the room and see what I had, like computer stuff. You know, I was looking at my computer and I thought, well, okay, I'll look for pictures of that. And then I sort of thought of things I might like, you know, dress up or costumes or theater. I have one for pirates and treasure. And then I was just thinking of the elements. So I have like air, water, earth, you know, who knows what I'll do for air, maybe some birds flying. But I just kind of thought about things I like. And then some of these were things I know I just see in magazines all the time. So like jewelry, watches, those kind of things. So I have some that I think are easier. Oh, and I did like seasons too. So, you know, spring, summer, fall, winter. Superheroes, you know, I love my superheroes, so I have them in there. Teddy bears, love teddy bears. So yeah, just kind of think of things that you like. Oh, villains, it's a good one for V, and I love villains. So, yeah, weather, weird, you know, just think about things that you like, that you would like to make a page for, or just things you see all the time. The other thing is just look around your house. Or if you go for a drive, just kind of look around. You might drive by a farm and you think, okay, cool, I'll do, you know, a page for a farm, and or do a page for the city, you know, if you're looking at cities and buildings and that sort of thing. So you can just be inspired by whatever is around you. And basically, oh, I have this one for kawaii or cute. So I basically have it set up so I got my tab here, and then I can do like a 2-page spread. I have 2 pages for the kawaii cute, and then you turn the page if it's not glued together, which it shouldn't be, but sometimes they are. And then I have kitchen. So as I was going through and sorting images and trimming them up and fussy cutting them, I was trying to put the images that seemed like they would go with the En Masse over in this bin here. So that way I could have them all together. So let's get some gluing done. Let's go through and see what we have. And yeah, let's have some fun. So this image right off the top. Now I love this. I do have gold as one of my tabs, but I also have hearts. So honestly, I could put this under hearts or gold. But I'm thinking I'm going to put it under gold just because it's different. You know, it's not just like gold jewelry, which I have, I think, pictures of. It's like a little something different besides the usual stuff. But yeah, I was seeing so much silver and gold, and I almost had them as just one tab, like silver and gold, but then I decided I would just you know, give them each their own space. Now I have to remember the alphabet as I'm looking through, but hopefully this will make it easier to find my pages. That's the goal anyway. All right, so here we go. This is gold here. And I think I'm just going to start over here on this side and just get it glued in there. And I do believe that my images are pretty much all trimmed. But that being said, there may be a couple in there that I just tossed in. I've been going through the studio and, you know, sometimes I have these random little piles of paper and they're destined for like different things. And I just have to sit there and sort them out. So as I was going through a couple of my little piles I left for myself, I decided that I could figure out which things could go over here in this book. And then I also have like my alphabet glue book. So some of the images, like even this one, you know, it's I could put it under G over there in my alphabet glue book. So I was sort of putting a little bit over here and a little bit over there. And I kind of figure maybe I'll glue some stuff in here. And then if I have something left over, if I have like a lot of hearts and I glue my hearts here, then I can go and put some under the H in my other book. Okay, and then after I glue it, I just rounded the corner just because these pages are already rounded. So just trying to kind of match what's already going on there. And this is just a Dollar Tree composition book. I really haven't done anything to it besides putting this up here. I don't know why I did that, but I just kind of put those washi tapes across the top here and then just wrote En Masse down there. I think I tried to write it on here and I didn't like how it came out, so I covered it up with washi because now I can see the letters underneath. So yeah, that was me disguising that I had written it, didn't like how it looked, covered it up, and wrote it again underneath. So, all right, next up, we have some nice watches here. I love this image. It's got some really good colors here. It almost makes me not want to just use it in this book. But then I'm like, well, why not, you know? But like, look at those nails. Look at those watches. I really like this. I almost feel like I should use it in my colors glue book. Oh, why am I struggling with that? I'm going to put it up there. Let's just leave it for now. I have a fussy cut of this cat, which I love, but it is a fussy cut, so I don't want to use that one yet. Okay, then we have this girl. She has some headphones on, and so she's listening to music, and I do have music as one of my tabs here. So let's find it. Here we go. And it is a pretty large image. I could trim it a little bit. I suppose I don't need all of that. I could just focus in on her. So let me trim that. Okay, so here it is all trimmed up. And actually I can see right under her was this image, which is a great image. Also could go on the music page. So I could do something like that. Or I could fussy cut her out a little bit more. I had only fussy cut her head at the top there because I wasn't sure, but I really like this microphone and I'd rather not cover it up. So I'm going to fussy cut her out and then we'll see how it looks. All right, so I trimmed her a little bit, and as you can see, or a lot, I took the background out. But I still left her sitting on here, but I could cut her out. I do like her backpack too. So I could cut out this whole like cement block sort of thing and have her sitting in here. I was going to see how it looks. I don't mind her covering this up. Let's see. I feel like maybe it would look cute though if she was sitting like in the middle of the record. That might look cute. Sometimes I leave my fussy cutting for when I'm, you know, actually making the page, just to give myself options. Like now I have options. I could use the whole thing. I could cut out, you know, the background and leave her on the cement block. Or I could totally fussy cut her out. And, you know, sometimes when I'm trimming my images before I'm building the page, I don't know what I'm going to wind up wanting to do with it. So I don't always fussy cut everything right away, but I do fussy cut the things that, like, I know I definitely don't want the background and stuff like that. And there are images like that where you just know you don't want the background. Okay, well, I did trim her. I took off the backpack after all, but I'm trying to figure out where to place her. I like her sitting in the record. I'm just wondering, does she cover up too much of the microphone? I think it's okay, right? We can kind of have her just sitting there, and then we can probably find some other stuff to put around here. So I think it's okay. So I think we should glue that. I also found this music background. We've got this guy on drums, someone on guitar back there. It looks like Bob Ross maybe. And I thought we could put that in here. So let's see. I don't really want to cut these guys off, but I do want to be able to see him playing guitar. So let me see if I do that. I'm gonna have to tuck that, I think, like that. because I do want to see this guy playing. And if I move this over anymore, I'll cut off this guy playing. So because it's music and they're actually playing instruments, I really want to make sure we can see that. So let's glue this on first. Let's see, I want to make sure I see this guy here. Okay, after a bit of fussing and finagling, I did get these 2 pages in. I'm probably going to put some washi tape here because this is sort of a mess in the middle, but there we go. Now, I was thinking, I don't know what this is, a table? I thought it was like a piano, so it might have been a piano going over there. And I thought, well, she would look kind of cute up there, but then I didn't like that she was covering up those drums there. So I don't even know if I'm going to use this person anymore. Now I kind of am thinking I'm going to hold off and maybe add them at the end. I have these little bushes that have music notes that I thought would be really cute at the bottom of a page. But I know I don't want to put it here because, again, I really like these colors. I don't mind covering up some of it, but I don't want to do like that and cover the whole thing. So it would be perfect over here, except that I don't want the tallest tree to cover up the microphone. So let's cut this a little bit and see if we can make some pieces that work for us more. Like maybe I'll cut that one off the end and then we can try to move this, or actually I could cut this other piece too and kind of move that like that. I like that. And then we could do another one and just kind of put it over there. But what about this? I have this picture of Prince, a whole Prince album set that you could get, a vinyl set it looks like, and I could put that right there, and that pretty much covers up that square. Not the whole thing though, but almost. So I could do that, and then, or actually I could move him up here. I could put that like that, and then I could put this other little bit of the bush that's going to get cut off maybe over there. Let's see. Now this kind of a book, a lot of times you're just kind of gluing it all as you find it. So you're not really building a page per se. You're just like putting something down. And then when you find another piece that goes, you come back to the page and glue that down. And I'm kind of trying to build a page because I just found a bunch of these music images that were sort of together. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those. And you know, you never know. We might find something else that we like that goes there. I don't know what else I have for images. I don't even remember what I put in this basket anymore. But when I see them, I remember. But, you know. I'm going to put that right on the edge. I know it's going to get chopped, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Kind of like how it says memories there. So let's move this tree down a little bit. Just to preserve that word, memories. I even like that font. So let's just scooch this down. Uh-oh, now we're ripping. Now we're ripping paper. Now the gluing has begun officially. Let me cut this off. Maybe we can use it on the other side. And then I think I will turn this way and just do that, just to finish that off at the bottom. My fingers are getting so sticky. That's just what happens when we're gluing, right? Or is it just me? I guess I might just be really messy. We filled in the whole bottom. I kind of covered up that microphone more than I meant to, though, but that's okay. These things happen. Now, we have this page over here. I hope it's not too shiny. It might be too shiny. Let me move my light. Sorry if that's been shiny the whole time. I have these little guys. These are the last of my music instruments that I have right here on top. I have these 2 little guys playing instruments. So I thought we could add them to the band. Just kind of like, just playing along. I could put him over here, but I think he kind of blends in too much over there. Let's put him with the band. Put this guy like right here. There's not much color right there. And we'll add this guy down at the bottom, like right there. There we go. We have our music page underway. And I still have this person, which I don't know if I'm going to wind up using her or not for the music page. We shall see. But let's go to a different subject. And I have this computer image here. We've got the computer. We've got a keyboard there. So let's put that on our computer stuff page. There we go. Computer stuff. And this is much bigger than the page actually. So I'd probably trim. I want to get the whole keyboard on there. So I would trim this bottom part off. But I'm going to glue it on first and then trim it. Okay, that's in there. I trimmed it up, trimmed the edges off with my corner rounder, and it looks good. So now let's go to another image, and I have this one, which we can put under M for Mailbox. This is a nice big image, I should say, so that way we can, oh, that's right, we have music. So now we can do mailboxes, mailboxes. So I've got this, and I have another one right here too. I have this postal stamp. So I could put this one over here and that one. I don't know. I don't think that looks good though. Should that go there? Wait a minute. That's why it doesn't look good. It wasn't going the right way. Okay, so that goes that way. And then I could do this. So let's just stick these on too. No, it's not quite a full image. There's room at the top, but I have some washi tapes with a postage theme and postal theme, so that's okay. We can cover it up with that. Oh, I wrinkled it too. That's just what happens around here. That one in there. Okay, I have my backgrounds on, and I got this washi tape. It has like all different labels that you might see on a package. So I'm just going to put that right at the top here. It actually is supposed to go this way, I think. Well, now the labels go in every direction, so we'll just do it like this. And I can just put that right across the top here. And then that can kind of finish up the part up there that looked unfinished. Or most of it. And while I was looking in my washi, I also found this music washi. And I'm going to put that right in the middle here because I have a little bit of a messy spot there. And this might be just the thing to kind of cover that up. There we go. Okay, friends, I'm back. It's been a couple of days since the last time I was up here gluing. Right now, it's early in the morning, and it's pouring rain outside, so it's pretty dark up here. But this is really the only chance I will have for today and possibly tomorrow to get in here and do some gluing. So I want to take advantage of it. So let's look in the basket and see what we have. We have some berries, and I do have a fruit page. So let me put that there. Oh, we have this picture. This is nice and big. This is a beautiful painting. I think it actually goes this way. And I'm going to put that under the art page. So let's go ahead and do that, because I like when I find nice big images to start with. Yeah, so I apologize if the lighting seems a little bit dark. It's one of those things where if I turn my light more on the desk, then it might make the images really shiny. So I'm trying to find that balance so that you can see really well, and I can see really well, because it's dark in here for me too. And but also trying not to get that glare from the images. And I think I'll put this one right over here. And next I have this fish picture. So let's glue that under fish. Let's see, this one I can either put this way and have it go across 2 pages, or this way. I'm going to go with this way and just go right down the side over here. And it's a little bit wonky down here, the way it was cut, but I'm not worried about it because we can always just put something right there on top of it. Next up we have this image. This would be good in the colors glue book. It's got like some nice orange, it's kind of like a peachy orange, but I don't usually use products in my glue books. Oh, you could and just cover it up. All right, hold on. I'm going to save that one now that I'm looking at it. I do have this one I could put in beauty as well. I'm actually thinking maybe I'll do a glue book that's just like ads, like that has all these labels and stuff, because sometimes it's interesting to look at the way packaging is done now, and then, you know, 10 years from now, it's all going to be different, or it's going to be, you know, changed in some manner. It may be the same font here, but the ads will be different. The bottle design may be different. So I always think it's kind of neat to see that stuff. Like cereal boxes are changing all the time. So I'm thinking I may do another glue book where I include all this stuff. So yeah, because I could put this in my colors book under pink. I think I'll hold off gluing it under beauty just because of this part that sticks out. I'll probably put this on top of something. So I'll hold off on that one for now. I have this image of some water coming out of the shower. So this could be either silver or it could be under water, the water tab, I mean. So I could pick which one I want to do. I feel like I would do water, but maybe I should trim this a little bit more before I glue it in. I'm not worried about the text being half cut off because, again, I'll wind up covering that. But yeah, I think I want to put this under water. So let's find that right here. And let me trim this up. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on. I just trimmed the sides so that way you don't have so much black. And I'm just going to kind of tuck this one in here. There we go. Okay, we have this Beatrix Potter illustration. I thought this could go under garden because we have Peter Rabbit running away from Farmer McGregor in the garden. And I think that's a really cute picture. So let's use that. And I won't trim it. I'm just going to put it in the crease here in between the 2 pages. And then I'll just kind of fold it over. Okay, I found this image of some candy. So we'll go ahead and put that under our candy tab. So here's candy. I'm going to put it right over here. No real reason in particular for where I'm placing these. It's just whatever feels good. And then we have some books here. So I can go ahead and glue this image in as well. Oh, we've got some more vegetables here. Let me go back. We got tomatoes here. Actually, tomatoes are considered a fruit, though, aren't they? I still think of them as vegetables, though. Can I put them under vegetables, or do I have to put them under fruit? Let me know what you think. Oh, I found another book stack here. This is great, but it is a fussy cut, so we'll have to wait, but we can leave it there. And then that way it's ready for next time. Oh, here's another stack of books, too. Put that in there. I do have a couple of things for silver. I've got some cookie cutters here, and I also have this silver spoon and fork. So let's go ahead, head over to and move over to our silver tab, which would not be in the W's where I was just looking. Okay. I put some stuff under this side of the notebook, trying to give it an angle so that way hopefully there'd be less of a glare as well from the light. This is a great rainy day activity to do, though. So we have that, and we have this, which I could just put right on top and have it kind of go over to the next page. Or, yeah, I think I will. I think I'll just do it like that. Or I could just put it over here. Kind of like it going over that like this, though. I like the idea of continuing this, so I think I will glue it there. Here's a good one for winter. So I'm going to put that under winter. Okay, and then I have this one here too, which is like carving ice, which is pretty cool. I could put that over there, but I feel like maybe it blends in a little too much. So I think I'll wait on that one. I did find some more books, though, just now. Here's some nice ones for desert. Or rock, actually. Maybe I'll use this one for desert, and I'll save this one. Maybe this one will go under rock. So let's glue this one under our desert tab. Imagine if I had desert and dessert. I could really confuse myself if I had those two tabs in there. I'd have to really be paying attention. I found this image for silver, so we'll go ahead and get that on there too. Okay, found this image for the fall page. So let's go ahead and get that in there. Okay, so we have that. All right, let's see what other big images we have. We do have this one. This would be great for vegetables. Let's put that in. Oh, I did it again where I didn't get it exactly to the top, but I'm not going to worry about it. I can add either some words up there or I can add washi tape. Oops, I dropped my scissors. Yeah, I can add washi tape up here. So it'll all be good. Oh, I found this for the music page. Let me see. I didn't fussy cut that, though. I should probably fussy cut that. Let's go back to music and see if we even like what it looks like. Okay. So we could have this guy showing up to play some music over here, too. It does look rather big. Let me fussy cut him and see if he fits. Okay, so now he is nice and fussy cut. Let's see. He could go right here and kind of jam with the band here. He could go on this page too. I don't know if I like him going towards the edge though. I feel like I want him on this, like, you know, kind of facing in. Could have him standing up on top of this thing too. He will cover up some of the drums. Or I could have him down here. I think I'm going to put them up there, just so that way there's different images in different spots. If I put everything closer to the bottom, I mean, I know I'll probably come up with other images, but I feel like I just want to spread the images out a bit. And I don't mind if he covers up some of the drums. Can still see, maybe he's jumping in to play some drums, although he's already an instrument. There we go, I like that. I actually found more of this big image here, but I already used so much of it, I'm not going to use that again for now. Flower. We can go ahead and put this on the flowers page. Flowers would be an easy one to fill up because I just feel like it's easy to find. I feel like there's always pictures of flowers and everything. Oh yeah, and I have mine under plants / flowers, so that way I could put anything here. It could just be like leaves or something like that. It doesn't have to be specifically flowers. Try to give myself some wiggle room. That way when I'm going to do my gluing, I'm hopefully not getting stuck in my head making decisions like, is this a plant or a flower? Does it still count as a flower if it's just a leaf? You know, kind of those little conversations we can get into with ourselves in our head. I was trying to reduce that by just having it be plants, flowers. There. It's like, you know, you can add whatever. I was going to do that with vegetables and fruits too. I was going to have it just be one thing. So that way, again, like, I wouldn't get stuck with like, are tomatoes a fruit or a vegetable? You know, because I always grew up thinking of them as vegetables, but I guess they're technically fruits. So we have that flower, and I have this flower as well, and this one, which I think went to this one, and I accidentally chopped that. Did not mean to do that. I think I'll add this bottom part here. So see, even if you accidentally chop an image like I frequently do, you can still find a place for it in here. Even if it's not a full image, you can still glue whatever you have in here, because then you can add more flowers on top of it. Here's a random one for space. It's not one that I find particularly interesting. I mean, it's okay, but I like more colorful pictures. So this is great for just starting a background. And now that I say that, I just saw this on the other side, which I like more. So I'm thinking maybe I'll glue this side in. Yeah. So I'll just tear off a little bit of the bottom there and glue that in. And it stuck to my finger. I got so much glue on my fingers, it's stuck. But that is okay. Happens to me all the time. So I'm just going to glue it in and cover it later. And again, I didn't get it to the top, but I have washi tape, so I'm not going to worry about that kind of stuff. I can fix that up later. I have this little tea set. This would be nice. I could put this under tea or coffee. I could also put it under Japan, although it does say Korean tea table. It does not say Japanese tea table. So perhaps I'll just put it under tea. And it does feel really good to use these images up. It's really fun. Believe it or not, I've had this image for years, like over a decade. I used to get this catalog that had all furniture, mostly from Japan and Korea. I did order a couple of things from it, and I always wanted to order a kotatsu table, which is this amazing small table with a big blanket over it, but it has like a heating coil in the center, and you know, it sounds kind of dangerous, but I hear it's amazing. You sit at the table, you sit on the floor at the table, you put the blanket like over your legs, and it's all nice and warm. So it always sounded like such a cozy thing, but yeah, I don't have one. Okay, we have some more vegetables here. Now I know there's tomatoes here, it might be a fruit, but you know what? I'm just gonna put these on because we have cucumbers still, and I love these kind of crates or baskets. You know, you see them filled up with all kinds of fruit and vegetables at the farm, and I just love it. We have some of those here. Just glue this. Yeah, I have a couple of those crates here, and I always think of them as being for apples. You know, that's when I see them the most, but they look cute with anything in them. Of course, it would take a lot of vegetables to fill one up just here at the house. I think I could just, you know, I'd just have a couple in the bottom so it would look kind of pathetic, but it looks so good when there's like a whole bunch like that. It's very appealing. Just makes you want to buy some nice fresh veggies, right? That one can go there. This one could go on that page as well. I was wondering if I should kind of go like this, but I don't know if I want to cover this part up because I might want to have somebody like sitting there or a little animal in there. Like there's kind of some cute things I could do up there. So then again, it's a page of vegetables. So how would I add a person or an animal? They would have to be made from vegetables. So I don't believe I have any vegetable people, but you never know. So we've been at this for quite some time, so let's do a little speed round and just put some things in. So I have a tab for castle. I'm going to go ahead and put this in, although I kind of want those words. I think I'll cut that out and then glue it. But yeah, look at that castle in Connecticut. Wow, that is amazing. There's the info in case you want to go visit. We've got this image, or rather these two images for birds, so we'll glue those in. Oh, and this one for birds. There we go. So these are some nice kind of background images. I think I'll put one on this page, this one that's like the same, two of the same image, kind of cut in half. I'll put one on this side and the other one on the other side. Got this for space. I have some small pictures of castles here, so I'm thinking I can put like that one up there, and then these ones maybe I can put on the bottom and kind of fill up this page. So put like that one there and this one here. Okay, so we have gotten quite a bit done in this book. It is pretty easy to fill up, and you know, it's also a lot of fun. So thank you so much for joining me here today. Just giving you a peek at some of the stuff we've glued. And oh, the other thing is, I have just gone over my 1,000 subscriber count. So I want to thank you all so much for being here and hanging out with me and sticking with me. And, you know, I really appreciate you. And I'm going to think of a giveaway. I'm going to have a giveaway. So I will put something together and I will let you know about that very, very soon. But in the meantime, I hope you have an awesome day today, whatever you're up to, and I will see you again soon.